God says, your mother who passed away has been trying to tell you something very important. She is closer than you think, and this is her last message for you. Don't make the mistake of skipping this. Do not turn away from this moment, because something deeply personal is being stirred inside you right now, and it is not by accident. What you are feeling in your heart is not random, and it is not your imagination, because I am the one guiding your attention to something you need to understand before it slips away from you. There is a reason your thoughts have been returning to her, a reason her memory has been appearing in quiet moments, and a reason your spirit feels both comforted and unsettled at the same time. I am revealing to you that love does not end when a life on earth ends, and what she carried in her heart for you still matters even now. If you keep listening with an open heart, you will begin to understand what has been placed before you and why this moment holds meaning that could change the way you see your life. Type Amen if you believe. You have been wondering if you missed something, if there were words left unspoken or feelings that were never fully shared, and I see that weight you carry inside. I want you to understand that nothing true and loving is ever lost, and nothing that came from a pure place disappears without leaving a mark. The bond you shared was not limited to time or distance, because I am the one who created that connection, and I do not break what I have joined in love. What you feel now is not meant to frighten you, but to awaken you, because there is something gentle and important rising to the surface of your awareness. It is not a voice you hear with your ears, but a truth you begin to recognize within your heart as you slow down and pay attention. Take a moment to support this video with a like, because it helps this reach those who need this kind of comfort and guidance right now. You may have noticed signs that seem small but stay with you longer than they should, moments where you feel her presence in a quiet and peaceful way. This is not about fear or confusion, and it is not something meant to pull you into uncertainty, because I am not the author of fear. Instead, I am leading you toward clarity, toward healing, and toward a deeper understanding of what still lives within you because of her love. The message you are being drawn toward is not hidden far away, and it is not complicated, because truth that comes from love is always simple and clear. It is about what you carry forward, what you choose now, and how you honor what was given to you while she was with you. Type yes to affirm. There were things she wanted for you that were never about material gain or temporary success, and you know this deep inside, even if you have not said it out loud. She wanted you to be safe, to be whole, and to walk in a way that keeps your heart steady even when life becomes difficult. That desire did not disappear, because it was rooted in something greater than human understanding, and I am the one who continues to protect and guide you through that same love. What you are being shown now is not about looking backward with regret, but about looking forward with awareness and strength. You are being reminded that you are not alone in your journey, and you have never been left without care, even in moments when it felt like everything had gone silent. There is something important you need to release, something you have been holding on to that has been weighing down your spirit more than you realize. It may be guilt, or it may be a sense that you did not do enough, or say enough, or show enough while she was still here. I am telling you clearly that you must let that go, because it is not part of the truth I want you to carry. Love that is real does not measure itself by perfection, and it does not demand that every moment be complete to be meaningful. What mattered was the connection, the care, and the presence that existed between you and that has not been erased or diminished. You are being called to live in a way that reflects what she hoped for you, not by copying the past, but by stepping fully into your own path with courage. There are choices in front of you right now that matter more than you think, and you have been hesitating because you feel uncertain or afraid of making the wrong move. I am guiding you to trust the part of you that seeks peace, that leans toward kindness, and that refuses to give in to fear or bitterness. That is where the truth of her love still lives within you, and that is where you will find direction when everything else feels unclear. You do not need to search far, because what you are looking for has been placed inside you already. There is also a reminder here that time is precious, and the moments you have now are not to be taken lightly or pushed aside. You have people around you who need your presence, your attention, and your care, even if they do not always say it out loud. What you give now matters, and it shapes more than just your own life, because love moves outward and touches others in ways you cannot always see. This is part of what you are being shown, because you are meant to live with intention and awareness, not with hesitation and regret. You have the ability to create peace and meaning in your life, and I am calling you to step into that fully. Can 9 simple words really change your financial life? More than 19,000 people have already used it to erase debt and unlock a life of wealth, freedom, and peace. Brain experts were shocked when they discovered this password works up to 20x faster than the law of attraction. People are repeating it daily and watching money flow like water into their lives. Some even believe the results are so powerful, it feels divine. But this breakthrough is already under legal pressure and could disappear any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it's gone. What your mother carried for you was not only love, but also a deep desire for your life to be protected, directed, and filled with peace, even in moments when everything feels uncertain. That desire is still active, because I am the one who planted it in her heart, and I continue to carry it forward for you now. You are not being left to figure everything out alone, and this realization is meant to give you strength instead of fear. There are moments when you feel a sudden wave of emotion that seems to come from nowhere, and you may have tried to push it away or distract yourself from it. I want you to understand that these moments are not weaknesses, and they are not signs that something is wrong with you. They are reminders that your heart is still open, still capable of feeling deeply, and still connected to the love that shaped you. When you allow yourself to feel without resistance, you begin to notice that there is also a quiet sense of comfort within that emotion. That comfort is not coming from the past alone, but from the present guidance I am giving you, leading you toward healing and clarity. Type 777 to receive blessings. You have been holding on to questions that never found clear answers, and those unanswered thoughts have been creating a sense of distance inside you. I am telling you now that you do not need every answer to find peace, because peace comes from trust and not from having complete understanding. What matters is that you recognize what was real, what was true, and what still continues within you. The love you experienced was not incomplete, even if some words were left unsaid, because true love does not depend on perfect endings. It continues to live through your choices, your actions, and the way you carry yourself in the world. There is something else that has been weighing on you, something you have not fully spoken about or even admitted to yourself. It is the quiet fear that you may lose the connection you once felt, that time will slowly take away the closeness you had. I want you to hear this clearly, because it is important for your peace. What was built in truth cannot be erased by time, and what was given to you in love cannot fade into nothing. You carry that connection within you, and it becomes stronger when you live in alignment with what is right, kind, and true. Type 1212 if you trust in Jesus. You are also being guided to pay attention to your present life in a new way, because there are areas where you have been holding back without realizing it. You have been cautious, hesitant, and at times even withdrawn, because you are trying to protect yourself from pain. While it is natural to guard your heart, you are not meant to close yourself off completely, because that would also block the good that is meant to come into your life. I am calling you to open yourself carefully, not recklessly, but with wisdom and courage. There are new moments waiting for you, and they require your presence and your willingness to step forward. You may have noticed that certain memories come back to you at unexpected times, not to make you feel sad, but to remind you of something important. Those memories often carry lessons, small but meaningful, that you did not fully understand before. Now, as you reflect on them, you begin to see things more clearly, and you recognize patterns that were always there. This is not coincidence, because I am bringing these things to your awareness so you can grow and move forward with greater understanding. You are being prepared for something ahead, and every piece of insight you gain now will help you navigate what is coming. There is also a call for you to forgive, not because someone else deserves it, but because you deserve freedom. Holding on to resentment or regret only keeps you tied to what has already passed, and it prevents you from stepping fully into what lies ahead. Forgiveness does not erase what happened, but it releases the hold it has on your heart. When you choose to let go, you create space for peace to enter, and you begin to feel lighter in ways you may not have expected. This is part of the message you are receiving, because your future requires a heart that is not burdened by the past. You are being reminded that your life still holds purpose, and that purpose has not been diminished by loss or change. There are things you are meant to do, people you are meant to reach, and paths you are meant to walk that will bring meaning to your life. What you have experienced has shaped you, but it does not define your limits, because I am the one who sets your path. You are capable of more than you realize, and you are being guided step by step toward a future that still holds promise. Do not underestimate what can grow from where you are right now. There is also a quiet reassurance being placed within you, a sense that you are being watched over in a way that is gentle and steady. This is not something to fear or question, but something to accept with peace, because it comes from a place of care. You are not alone in your struggles, and you are not forgotten in your moments of silence. I am present with you, guiding you through both the visible and unseen parts of your life. This awareness is meant to strengthen you, not to overwhelm you. As you continue forward, you will notice small shifts in how you think and how you respond to situations around you. These changes may seem subtle at first, but they are signs that you are growing and becoming more aligned with what is right for you. You will find yourself making choices with greater clarity, speaking with more honesty, and acting with more confidence. This is part of the transformation that is taking place within you, and it is leading you toward a more peaceful and stable life. Trust this process, even when it feels slow, because it is moving you in the right direction. What if attracting wealth didn't require hard work, just the right words? This forgotten prayer is now transforming ordinary people into debt-free, financially free individuals. Scientists say each of these 9 words activates a hidden abundance center deep in your brain. People are using it from home and seeing results in just weeks. It was never meant for the public, and now that it's out, the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. I am showing you that truth often arrives gently, not with force, but with a steady presence that settles into your heart over time. What you are experiencing now is part of that process, and it is guiding you towards something that will bring you peace if you continue to listen. You are not being led into uncertainty, but into clarity that will stay with you long after this moment passes. There were things your mother carried silently, things she hoped you would one day understand without her having to say them directly. Those unspoken hopes were not lost, because they were rooted in love that was sincere and enduring. I am bringing those truths to your awareness now, not to burden you, but to complete something that was left unfinished in your understanding. You are beginning to see her not just through memories, but through a deeper lens that reveals her intentions, her care, and the strength she held even in quiet moments. This is not something you imagined, and it is not something you created on your own, because it is being revealed to you for a reason. Type 222 if you trust God. There is a part of you that has been waiting for reassurance, something that confirms you are still on the right path even after everything that has changed. I am giving you that reassurance now because you need to hear it clearly and without doubt. You have not lost your direction, and you have not drifted away from what you were meant to become. Even when you felt unsure, even when you questioned your choices, I was still guiding you quietly through those moments. The path you are on is still unfolding, and you are exactly where you need to be for what is coming next. You may also be realizing that some of the fears you held were not based on truth, but on the uncertainty that followed loss. Fear can grow in silence, and it can make you believe that you are alone or unsupported, even when that is not the case. I am reminding you now that you are not alone, and you have never been without guidance, even in your most difficult moments. What you have felt as emptiness was not absence, but a space being prepared for something new to grow within you. That growth is happening now, and it is beginning to reshape how you see yourself and your future. Type 1010 to claim miracles. There is also something important about the way you have been holding on to certain habits and patterns that no longer serve you. You have continued them out of comfort, even though deep inside you know they are keeping you from moving forward. I am calling you to recognize these patterns without judgment, because awareness is the first step toward change. You do not need to carry what weighs you down, and you do not need to stay in cycles that no longer bring you peace. You have the ability to step away from what holds you back and move toward what strengthens you. You are being guided to make choices that reflect who you are becoming, not who you were in the past. This requires courage, because it means letting go of what feels familiar and stepping into something that is still forming. I am with you in this process, and I am giving you the strength to move forward even when it feels uncomfortable. You will begin to notice that each small step you take builds confidence within you, and that confidence will carry you further than you expected. What once felt difficult will start to feel natural as you align yourself with what is right. There is also a deeper understanding coming to you about the value of your time and the way you spend your energy. You have been giving too much of yourself to things that do not return anything meaningful, and it has left you feeling drained without knowing why. I am guiding you to become more aware of where your attention goes, because it shapes your experience more than you realize. When you begin to focus on what truly matters, you will feel a shift in your energy and your perspective. This shift will help you move forward with greater clarity and purpose. You are also being reminded to take care of yourself in ways you may have neglected before. Your well-being matters, and it is not something to overlook or push aside. When you care for yourself, you strengthen your ability to face challenges and embrace opportunities that come your way. This is not about being selfish, but about being responsible for the life you have been given. You are meant to live with balance, not exhaustion, and this awareness will help you create a more stable and peaceful path. There is something else that is becoming clear to you, and it is the realization that you are stronger than you once believed. The experiences you have gone through have shaped you in ways that you may not have fully recognized until now. You have faced moments that tested your patience, your faith, and your resilience, and you are still standing. That strength is not something to overlook, because it is part of what will carry you forward into what lies ahead. You are capable of more than you have allowed yourself to see, and this realization is beginning to grow within you. As you continue to move forward, you will begin to notice opportunities appearing in ways you did not expect. These opportunities may not look obvious at first, but they will carry potential that becomes clearer as you take the time to consider them. I am guiding you to approach these moments with openness and discernment, because they are part of the path being set before you. You do not need to rush, and you do not need to force anything, because what is meant for you will come at the right time. Trust the process and remain steady in your steps. Why are neuroscientists calling this a wealth trigger? Because over 19,547 people are already using this 9-word password, and their lives are changing fast. Unexpected deposits, cleared debts, a completely upgraded lifestyle. Scientists say it taps into a 150-million-year-old brain system that controls abundance and financial flow. It's already changed the lives of thousands in just weeks. If you're seeing this, you're lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's gone. There is still more unfolding, and you are being prepared to receive it with a heart that is ready and a mind that is clear. What you have experienced so far is only a part of what is being revealed to you, and there is more that will continue to shape your understanding. I am showing you that what was planted in your heart through her care is still active, still guiding you in ways you are only beginning to notice. There is a quiet strength forming inside you, one that does not depend on circumstances, but on truth that cannot be shaken. You are being shaped by this moment, and it is preparing you for what lies ahead. There is something you have been avoiding, not out of weakness, but because you were not ready to face it until now. It is a truth about your life that requires honesty, and that honesty begins with you acknowledging what you truly feel and what you truly want. You have spent time trying to meet expectations that were never meant to define you, and it has left you feeling disconnected from your own direction. I am calling you to return to what is genuine, to what aligns with the peace you seek and the purpose you carry. When you begin to move from that place, everything else will start to fall into alignment. Type 1111 if you walk by faith. You are also being reminded that not everything that has left your life was meant to stay, and not everything that changed was a loss. Some things were removed to create space, even if it did not feel that way at the time. You have been holding on to certain attachments, thinking they were necessary, when in truth they were preventing you from growing. I am helping you see this now, not to cause pain, but to release you from what no longer belongs in your life. Letting go is not about forgetting, but about freeing yourself to move forward without unnecessary weight. There is a new awareness rising within you about the importance of your choices, and how each decision shapes the path ahead of you. You are not as powerless as you once felt, and you are not at the mercy of circumstances beyond your control. You have been given the ability to choose what aligns with truth, and that ability is something you are learning to use more confidently. Each step you take with intention builds momentum, and that momentum will carry you toward outcomes that reflect the life you are meant to live. You are not stuck, and you are not limited in the way you once believed. Type 555 to welcome change. There is also a deeper peace beginning to settle within you, one that does not come from everything being perfect, but from knowing you are being guided. This peace may feel unfamiliar at first, because you have spent so much time in uncertainty, but it is something you are meant to embrace. It is not fragile, and it does not disappear easily, because it comes from a place that is steady and unchanging. When you allow yourself to rest in that peace, you will find that your thoughts become clearer and your actions become more purposeful. This is how you begin to move through life with confidence instead of fear. You are being guided to look at your relationships with a new perspective, to understand which connections bring you strength and which ones drain your energy. Not everyone is meant to walk with you on every part of your journey, and recognizing that is part of your growth. You do not need to hold on to connections that keep you in a place of confusion or discomfort, because you deserve relationships that support your well-being. This does not mean turning away from others with bitterness, but choosing what aligns with your peace. You are learning to set boundaries that protect your heart without closing it off completely. There is something important about the way you speak to yourself, something that has been shaping your thoughts without you realizing it. The words you repeat in your mind carry weight, and they influence how you see yourself and what you believe you are capable of. I am guiding you to become aware of this, because you have the power to change that inner voice. When you begin to speak to yourself with truth instead of doubt, you will notice a shift in how you approach your life. You will start to act with more confidence and less hesitation, because your foundation will be stronger. You are also being reminded to remain patient with yourself, because growth does not happen all at once. There are steps in this journey that take time, and each one is important in its own way. You may feel like you should be further along, but where you are right now is exactly where you need to be for what is coming next. I am guiding you through this process with care, and there is no need to rush or compare yourself to others. Your path is unique, and it is unfolding in a way that is meant specifically for you. There is a sense of renewal that is beginning to take shape in your life, something that brings fresh energy and a new perspective. This renewal is not loud or dramatic, but quiet and steady, building over time as you continue to move forward. You will begin to notice changes in how you respond to situations, how you handle challenges, and how you see opportunities. These changes are signs that you are growing and that you are becoming more aligned with the life you are meant to live. Trust this process, because it is leading you towards something meaningful. As you continue on this path, you will find that the things that once felt overwhelming begin to feel manageable. You will approach situations with a sense of calm that you did not have before, and that calm will guide your decisions. This is not because your circumstances have suddenly become easy, but because you have become stronger and more grounded. You are learning to stand firm even when things around you are uncertain, and that strength will carry you through whatever comes next. You are not the same person you were before, and that is something to recognize with confidence. A leaked 9-word password is quietly transforming people's financial lives. More than 19,000 people have already used it to attract wealth, freedom, and peace. People are using it daily from their couch and reporting real financial breakthroughs. Scientists say it activates deep brain pathways linked to money, working far faster than traditional methods. This was once hidden by elites, and now it's spreading too fast. But the government could take down this secret any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. I am showing you that you carry something forward, something that was placed inside you with purpose and intention. This is not something to overlook or take lightly, because it is part of what makes your life meaningful. You are being entrusted with something that still has value, even now. There is a realization forming within you that you cannot go back and change anything that has already happened, but you can choose what you do with everything you have learned. You are not being asked to dwell on the past, but to grow from it in a way that strengthens your present. Every moment you lived, every lesson you experienced, and every emotion you carried has contributed to who you are today. I am guiding you to see that nothing was wasted, even the parts that felt painful or confusing at the time. Everything has played a role in preparing you for what you are now ready to understand. Type 888 to receive clarity. You have also been given a quiet sense of responsibility, not in a way that burdens you, but in a way that calls you to live with awareness. There are things you know deep inside that you have been ignoring, and those things are now rising to the surface because you are ready to face them. This is not a moment to turn away, but a moment to step forward with honesty and courage. I am not asking you to be perfect, but to be willing, because willingness opens the door to change. When you choose to move forward with sincerity, you begin to align with the path that has been set before you. There is something else that is becoming clear, and it is the understanding that you are not meant to live in fear of losing what you love. Fear has been holding you back from fully embracing the life you have, and it has caused you to hesitate in moments that required trust. I am guiding you to release that fear, because it does not come from me, and it does not serve your growth. You are meant to live with confidence in the present, not with anxiety about what may or may not happen. When you let go of fear, you create space for peace to settle within you. Type 333 to invite peace. You are also being reminded to pay attention to the small details of your life, because they carry meaning that you may have overlooked before. There are moments of kindness, moments of connection, and moments of quiet reflection that hold more value than you realize. These are not random, because they are part of the way you are being guided and supported. When you begin to notice these moments, you will feel a sense of gratitude that strengthens your perspective. Gratitude shifts your focus from what is missing to what is present, and that shift brings a deeper sense of fulfillment. There is a part of your life that is ready to move forward, but it requires your participation. You have been waiting for a clear sign, something that tells you it is the right time to act, and I am telling you now that the time is already here. You do not need to wait for everything to feel perfect, because growth often begins in moments of uncertainty. What matters is that you take the step that is in front of you, even if it feels small. Each step builds momentum, and that momentum will carry you further than you expect. You are also learning that strength is not about never feeling pain, but about continuing to move forward despite it. The experiences you have gone through have not weakened you, even if they made you feel vulnerable at times. They have built resilience within you, a resilience that allows you to stand firm even when things are not easy. I am reminding you of this because you need to see yourself clearly, not through doubt, but through truth. You are stronger than you have allowed yourself to believe, and that strength is something you can rely on. There is also a growing sense of direction within you, something that feels steady even when your thoughts try to pull you in different directions. This direction is not loud or forceful, but it is consistent and clear when you pay attention to it. I am guiding you to trust that sense of direction, because it is leading you toward what is right for you. You do not need to overthink every decision, because when you are aligned with truth, the right choices become clearer. Trust what you feel when it brings you peace, because that is where you will find your way forward. You are being called to live with intention, to make choices that reflect the life you want to build rather than the fears you want to avoid. This requires a shift in how you see yourself and your potential, because you are not limited by what you have experienced. You have the ability to create something meaningful, something that reflects the values and love that have shaped you. I am guiding you to step into that role with confidence, because you are capable of more than you realize. What you do now matters, and it has the power to shape what comes next. There is still more that will unfold, and you are being prepared to receive it with a heart that is open and a mind that is clear. What you have experienced so far is only part of the journey, and there is more that will continue to reveal itself as you move forward. Stay present in each moment, and do not allow distractions to pull you away from what is important. You are being guided with care, and every step you take is supported in ways you may not always see. Keep going, because what lies ahead carries meaning that is still unfolding. You are not alone in this process, and you are not being left without direction. I am with you in every step, guiding you through both the challenges and the opportunities that come your way. What you feel inside you is not random, and it is not something to ignore, because it is leading you towards something that will bring you peace. What secret did elites use to attract wealth so easily? A simple 9-word password now leaked to the public. People are using it daily and watching money flow into their lives like never before. Scientists say it activates an ancient brain system tied directly to abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing. It's already helped thousands become debt-free in just weeks. But this breakthrough is under pressure and may disappear at any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it's gone. What you are feeling now is not confusion, but the beginning of understanding that has been waiting for the right moment to rise. This moment is not sluchai, and it is not something to dismiss, because it carries meaning that is meant to guide you forward. There is a truth about your life that is becoming clearer, and it is the understanding that you are not meant to stay in the same place emotionally or spiritually. You have grown through what you have experienced, even if you did not recognize it at the time. The connection you shared with your mother was not meant to keep you tied to the past, but to give you a foundation from which you can move forward with strength. That foundation is still within you, and it is something you can rely on when everything else feels uncertain. I am guiding you to stand on that foundation because it will support you as you take the next steps in your life. Type 444 to affirm your path. You may have noticed that certain thoughts have been repeating in your mind, not as a burden, but as a reminder that something needs your attention. These thoughts are not random, and they are not meant to trouble you, because they are pointing you towards something that requires your honesty. There is an area of your life where you have been holding back, where you have been avoiding a decision or delaying an action that you know is necessary. I am bringing this to your awareness now, because the time for hesitation is coming to an end. You are being called to act with clarity and confidence, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. There is also a deeper sense of acceptance forming within you, one that allows you to see your past without being overwhelmed by it. You are beginning to understand that what has happened cannot be changed, but it can be understood in a way that brings peace instead of pain. This acceptance is not about forgetting, but about allowing yourself to move forward without carrying unnecessary weight. When you accept what is, you create space for what can be, and that space is where new opportunities begin to grow. You are being guided into that space, and it is something you are ready to step into. Type 666 to release fear. You are also becoming more aware of the importance of the present moment, something that may have felt distant to you before. It is easy to become lost in thoughts about what has already happened or what might happen in the future, but the present is where your life is actually unfolding. I am calling you to bring your attention back to where you are right now, because this is where your choices matter most. When you focus on the present, you begin to see things more clearly, and you are able to respond with intention instead of reaction. This shift will bring a sense of control and peace that you may not have felt before. There is something else that is being revealed to you, and it is the understanding that you do not need to carry everything on your own. You have been trying to manage your thoughts, your emotions, and your responsibilities without allowing yourself to receive support. I am reminding you that it is not a weakness to seek help, and it is not a failure to lean on others when you need it. You are part of a larger connection, and there are people in your life who are meant to walk with you, not just observe from a distance. Allow yourself to be supported, because it will strengthen you in ways you may not expect. You are also being guided to pay attention to your inner voice, the one that speaks quietly but consistently when you take the time to listen. This voice is not driven by fear or doubt, but by a sense of truth that feels steady and clear. It may not always give you detailed answers, but it will guide you in the right direction when you trust it. I am helping you recognize this voice so that you can rely on it more confidently. As you begin to trust it, you will find that your decisions become more aligned with what is right for you, There is a shift happening in how you see yourself, one that is moving you away from doubt and toward confidence. You are starting to recognize your own value, not based on what others think, but based on what you know to be true within you. This recognition is important because it changes how you approach your life and the choices you make. When you see yourself clearly, you begin to act in ways that reflect that clarity, and you no longer settle for less than what you deserve. This is part of your growth, and it is something you are being guided to embrace fully. You are also being reminded that patience is necessary as you move through this process. Not everything will become clear all at once, and not every answer will come immediately. There are things that will unfold over time, and each step will bring you closer to the understanding you are seeking. I am guiding you through this at a pace that is right for you, and there is no need to rush or force anything. Trust that what you need will come when you are ready to receive it, and allow yourself to move forward with calm and confidence. There is still more that will be revealed to you, and you are being prepared to receive it with a heart that is open and a mind that is clear. What you have experienced so far is only part of what is unfolding, and there is more that will continue to shape your understanding. Stay present, stay aware, and continue to listen to what is being shown to you. The connection you shared with your mother was never meant to leave you empty, because it planted something lasting inside your spirit. That presence you feel is not about holding you back, but about guiding you forward with steadiness and care. You are being led into a place where you can carry that love without pain and live from it with strength. Why are thousands suddenly becoming financially free? Because they discovered a 9-word wealth password hidden in neuroscience research. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected money, cleared debts, and new opportunities. Some say the results feel almost divine. Scientists confirm it activates a powerful, ancient part of your brain linked to wealth and abundance. But now that it's leaked, it won't stay available for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. There is a truth rising within you now, and it is the realization that you have been given more than you once thought. You have been given resilience, understanding, and a capacity for love that continues to grow even after loss. These are not small things, and they are not accidental, because they are part of what shapes your purpose. You are not here just to remember, but to become, to grow, and to live in a way that reflects what has been poured into you. When you begin to see yourself through this truth, your perspective starts to shift in ways that bring clarity. You no longer feel as though something has been taken from you, but that something powerful has been entrusted to you. Type 999 to embrace transformation. There is also something you are being gently called to correct, something in your daily life that has been out of alignment with the peace you seek. It is not something large or dramatic, but something consistent that has been quietly affecting your thoughts and your direction. You have sensed it before, but you chose to ignore it because it felt easier to continue as you were. I am bringing it to your awareness now because you are ready to make a different choice. When you adjust this part of your life, you will begin to feel a shift that opens new clarity and stability within you. You are also starting to understand that you do not need to search outside yourself for validation or approval in the way you once did. The need to be accepted by others has been influencing your decisions, sometimes leading you away from what you truly feel is right. I am guiding you to return to your own inner truth, to trust what you know deep inside rather than what others expect from you. This does not mean turning away from others, but it means no longer losing yourself in the process of trying to please them. When you stand in your own truth, you create a stronger and more peaceful foundation for your life. Type 111 to step into alignment. There is a deeper peace forming within you, one that does not depend on everything around you being perfect. This peace comes from knowing that you are being guided, that you are not alone, and that your life is moving in a direction that has meaning. You may still face challenges, and there may still be moments of uncertainty, but this peace will remain steady beneath it all. It will guide your thoughts, your actions, and your decisions in ways that bring stability. You are being invited to trust this peace and allow it to lead you forward. You are also being reminded of the importance of how you treat others, because the way you give and receive love continues the connection you carry. Every act of kindness, every moment of patience, and every expression of care reflects what has been placed inside you. This is how love continues, not through memory alone, but through action and intention in your daily life. You have the ability to bring light into situations that need it, and this is something you are being called to embrace. What you give to others does not diminish you, but strengthens you in ways you may not fully see yet. There is also a quiet strength within you that is becoming more visible, even if you have not fully acknowledged it yet. You have faced moments that could have caused you to close yourself off completely, but you are still open, still willing, and still moving forward. That is not weakness, but strength that has been tested and proven over time. I am showing you this, so you can recognize what you carry and stop underestimating yourself. You are capable of handling more than you realize, and you are being prepared for what lies ahead. You are also learning that not every thought you have needs to be followed, and not every feeling needs to control your actions. There is a difference between experiencing something and allowing it to define your direction. I am guiding you to observe your thoughts with awareness, to choose which ones align with truth and which ones come from fear or doubt. When you begin to make that distinction, you gain control over your inner world in a way that brings clarity and peace. This is part of your growth, and it is something you are becoming more skilled at each day. There is something else that is beginning to unfold, and it is the understanding that your life still holds possibilities you have not yet explored. You have been focusing on what has already happened, and it has limited your ability to see what is still ahead of you. I am opening your perspective now, showing you that there are paths you have not considered and opportunities you have not yet noticed. These are not distant or unreachable, but within your reach. When you begin to move forward with confidence, you are not at the end of your story, but in the middle of something that is still developing. You are being called to step forward with intention, to take the lessons you have learned and apply them in a way that shapes your future. This is not about rushing or forcing change, but about moving with awareness and purpose. Each step you take matters, and each decision you make contributes to the life you are building. I am guiding you to move forward with confidence because you are not doing this alone. You are supported in ways you may not always see, and that support is steady and reliable. There is still more that will be revealed to you, and you are being prepared to receive it with a heart that is open and a mind that is clear. You are now standing at a point where the weight you once carried is beginning to lift, and you can feel the difference even if you cannot fully explain it. What once felt heavy and constant is becoming lighter, not because everything has changed around you, but because something has changed within you. I am guiding you into a place where your heart can breathe again, where your thoughts no longer circle in the same patterns that kept you stuck. This is not the end of your journey, but it is a turning point that matters more than you realize. You are stepping into a new way of seeing your life, and it is opening doors that were not visible to you before. There is something important about the way you have been holding on to certain memories, not allowing them to settle into peace. You have revisited moments again and again, searching for something you felt was missing, something you believed you needed to understand completely. I am telling you now that you do not need to keep searching in that way, because what you needed to understand has already been placed within you. The answers you were looking for are not hidden in the past, but in how you choose to live now. When you release the need to analyze every detail, you create space for peace to enter where confusion once lived. Type 1313 to receive understanding. Why are over 19,547 people suddenly attracting unexpected wealth? Because they started using a strange 9-word password discovered in neuroscience research. People are using it from their couch and reporting unexpected bank deposits, cleared debts, and upgraded lives. Scientists say it activates a 150 million-year-old part of your brain that controls abundance. Harvard-backed, lab-tested, life-changing. This password was quietly used by elites until a neuroscientist leaked it. Now it's spreading fast and could be taken down any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You are also being guided to recognize the way your life continues to move forward, even when you feel like you are standing still. There have been moments when you thought nothing was changing, when it felt like time was passing without progress. But what you did not see was the quiet work happening inside you, shaping your thoughts, your strength, and your perspective. Growth does not always appear in visible ways, and sometimes the most important changes happen beneath the surface. I am revealing this to you now so you can see that you have been moving forward all along. There is also a deeper sense of responsibility coming into your awareness, not as a burden, but as a calling to live with intention. You are beginning to understand that your actions carry weight, not only for your own life, but for the lives you touch. The way you speak, the way you act, and the way you respond to others creates a ripple that extends beyond what you can see. This is not meant to overwhelm you, but to remind you that your life has meaning and influence. You are not insignificant, and your presence matters more than you have allowed yourself to believe. Type 1414 to accept purpose. You are being reminded that healing is not a single moment, but a process that unfolds over time. There are layers to what you have experienced, and each layer reveals something new as you move forward. You may have felt like you should be completely at peace by now, but healing does not follow a fixed timeline. I am guiding you to be patient with yourself, to allow each step to happen naturally without forcing it. When you accept the process, you begin to feel a deeper sense of calm that supports your growth. There is also something important about the way you have been viewing your future, often with uncertainty or hesitation. You have been cautious about expecting too much, perhaps to protect yourself from disappointment. I am guiding you to shift that perspective, to begin seeing your future as something that holds possibility rather than fear. This does not mean ignoring challenges, but recognizing that challenges do not define your outcome. You are capable of creating a life that reflects peace, stability, and meaning. And this is something you are being called to believe. You are also becoming more aware of the importance of your environment, the people, places, and influences that surround you daily. These things shape your thoughts and your emotions more than you may have realized. I am guiding you to become intentional about what you allow into your life, to choose what supports your growth rather than what drains your energy. This awareness will help you create a space where you can thrive, rather than simply exist. You deserve an environment that reflects the peace you are seeking. There is a growing sense of confidence within you, even if it feels quiet and unfamiliar. You are beginning to trust yourself more, to rely on your own judgment in ways you may not have before. This confidence is not based on perfection, but on the understanding that you are capable of navigating whatever comes your way. I am strengthening this confidence within you, helping it grow with each step you take. As it grows, you will find yourself moving forward with less hesitation and more clarity. You are also learning that letting go does not mean losing, but gaining something new. When you release what no longer serves you, you create space for something better to enter your life. This is not always easy, because it requires trust and willingness, but it is necessary for growth. I am guiding you through this process, helping you recognize what to release and what to hold on to. Trust that what leaves your life is making room for what is meant to stay. There is something else unfolding within you, and it is the realization that your life is not defined by a single event or experience. You are more than what you have been through, and your future is not limited by your past. I am showing you this so you can begin to see yourself with new eyes, not through the lens of what has already happened, but through the possibilities that still exist. You are not finished, and your story is still being written. There is more ahead of you than you have allowed yourself to imagine. You are being called to step forward with a renewed sense of purpose, to take what you have learned and apply it in a way that shapes your future. This is not about making large changes all at once, but about taking consistent steps that move you in the right direction. Each step matters, and each decision contributes to the life you are building. I am guiding you to move forward with confidence, knowing that you are supported in ways you may not always see. You are not alone in this process. There is still more to come, and you are being prepared to receive it with a heart that is open and a mind that is clear. What you have experienced so far is only part of what is unfolding, and there is more that will continue to shape your understanding. This is where truth becomes clear, not in chaos, but in calm that allows you to see without fear. You are not losing anything in this moment. You are gaining understanding that will stay with you. What you feel right now is the beginning of a deeper peace that does not depend on circumstances. There is something very important you are being shown now, and it is that the love your mother carried for you did not end when her physical presence ended. That love continues, not in a way that confuses you or pulls you backward, but in a way that strengthens you as you move forward. You have been searching for signs outside of yourself, trying to hold on to something you thought was slipping away. I am showing you that what you are searching for has never left you, because it was placed inside you to remain. When you understand this, you will stop searching in fear and begin living with quiet confidence. This realization is part of what she wanted you to understand, and it is being completed now. Type 1515 to receive peace. Can 9 simple words really change your financial life? More than 19,000 people have already used it to erase debt and unlock a life of wealth, freedom, and peace. Brain experts were shocked when they discovered this password works up to 20x faster than the law of attraction. People are repeating it daily and watching money flow like water into their lives. Some even believe the results are so powerful, it feels divine. But this breakthrough is already under legal pressure and could disappear any second. Click the link in the description and comments before it's gone. You have also been carrying a quiet burden that you have not fully spoken about, even to yourself. It is the feeling that there was something more you could have done, something more you could have said, something more you could have given. This feeling has followed you, appearing in moments when your guard is down, making you question your past. I am telling you clearly that this burden is not truth, and it is not something you are meant to carry any longer. Love is not measured by perfect moments, and it is not defined by what you think you lacked. What mattered was real, and it was enough, and you must allow yourself to accept that. There is also a shift happening in how you understand your own life, and it is moving you away from doubt and into clarity. You are beginning to see that your path is not uncertain in the way you once believed, but unfolding in a way that requires trust. You have been waiting for certainty before taking steps forward, but certainty is not what moves you, trust is. I am guiding you to trust what you feel when it aligns with peace, because that is where your direction becomes clear. You are not meant to remain in hesitation, but to move forward with confidence that grows with each step. Type 1616 to trust the process. You are also being shown that your life still holds purpose that has not yet been fully revealed. You have been looking at what has already happened, trying to understand it completely before moving forward. But your purpose is not found in what has passed. It is found in what you choose now. Each decision you make carries weight, and each action shapes what comes next in ways you may not fully see.